So with let me move on from Zay after these. I got a question or two, then I'm gonna move on. But with Zay, y'all grew up on the low end together. Y'all really had like a close bond at a certain point in his childhood. You know what I'm saying? He even vouched for that because he had shared like that clip. He like shared something on his thing or whatever. But about our interview we did when you were speaking on that situation. But the whole time though, he aggressive as fuck. Look like on the outside looking in. Like his brother is too, big folks. Like you knew big folks too.
Yeah.
So it's like how they was like that always, just over like just look.
I mean, yeah, folks. Like I ain't gonna let that's just the projects in us, folks. Like we grow up and we see so much shit as kids, but as kids we don't really know what the fuck going on. But we never really pay attention to how much it plays into like us when we get of age. You know what I'm saying? Like how seeing certain shit, being around certain shit too young plays into your like mind frame when you get older. You know what I'm saying? Like, and nigga, Lil Zay was even like that. Like when cause we weren't just like, all right, when the buildings got knocked down, we ain't see. Me and Lil Zay was just hanging together every day, nigga. When we was just like 18 years old, folks, on Lil Steve, and Zay was going to jail a lot when we was like in the midst of for like being young teen or older teens and transitioning into adulthood. And he was rapping shit, and me and him like we was doing the rap shit at the same time, and I was starting to gain notoriety before him. You know what I'm saying? So I was having talks and shit like me and Lil Zay would be in cars, bro, like literally like 5-6 deep, like more guns than niggas in the car on Lil Steve, because we got a cousin named Papa, folk. Like we was to be in the car with him and like sliding through the city, like really with like 8 felonies in the car, folk. Like, and I got to a point where my rap shit was starting to work, and I'm telling folks he rapping too, like, man, look, we need to lock in on this rap shit. He was going to like the juvie and like the baby joint. He'd go to jail, be in a juvie for a minute, come home, try to do it again. And it got to a point I'm like, folk, like I used to be hollering at him like, folk, we gotta, cause we both like, nigga, I'm a savage too. My name ringing for that type of shit too. But I see like the lane that I have on some getting money shit. I'm starting to get paid for features, and I'm buying my mama Louis bags and shit. Like I'm starting to see the fruit of my labor with this shit. So now, my man, I'm like, bro, niggas could really do something with this shit, boy. So I'm telling folks like, man, look, like a lot of shit we on, we need to just cut that shit out and put this energy into like this music shit. And he'll feel me, but then he'll leave and something happen, get bumped, and it'll fuck up his program on BD. So like Mr. Man was like this too. Well, I'm talking about Mr. Man. This is Big Brother. What
big
y'all call
big
Big
folks,
folks, yeah. We all family and shit on Steve. So like I used to tell big folks this too. Big folks will get booked. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause big folks always been like a big brother. Like he always had the big brother energy to Zay. So like he used to want for Zay more than he wanted for himself. And I used to be telling him, cause I know Zay listened to him, like, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta like get on this, you know what I'm saying? Because if you get on it, Zay gonna get on it, you know what I'm saying? Or if you telling him certain shit, and don't get me wrong, I know he was trying to steer him in the right direction too. But it's just like motherfuckers doing what they doing every day, and this shit real, and niggas is seeing what's going on in front of them, so it's kind of like the message kind of fall on deaf ears a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It was just shit like that on BD, and that's just like, our daddies and uncles and shit was heavy in the streets, so once we got to a certain age, we was already like, kind of like knowing what to do in a way, you know what I'm saying? Like knowing, like we was already introduced to a lot of this shit, so a lot of the shit that we was doing, we started doing early as hell. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, that's just what it was. Nigga, me and Lil Zay niggas used to be, he'll get fucked up, we'll get a room and shit on like 127th National right off the E-way, for bring a bunch of hoes and that. Nigga, I remember one night he got so motherfucker slapped, nigga. He was drunk, passed out before he even got to the room, nigga. I had to them that carry him in the hotel room, nigga. When I bust that, cause we used to be in vans, Vinos and shit. When I slid the door back, nigga, he was already in that bitch, drunk, passed out, fool. Money hanging out his pocket, nigga, on Lusty out. Look, another nigga, fool, would have probably went in his pockets, peeled off a few hundred, something. I stuffed that shit in his pockets, nigga, on Lusty, took him upstairs, fool, on BD. He went to sleep and shit like that, on fool, woke back up and shit after a little while. He was better and shit like that. And I was telling them the next day, like, fool, yo ass lucky, like, niggas like me around you, fool, because another nigga would have peeled off a few hundred and probably took everything on some thieving shit and just woke up and you passed out. You was fucking around with it, act like you lost that shit or you did something else or a hoe took it, because we used to have hoes with us and shit. So it used to be shit like that on Lil Steve. Like we was really hanging together for real. Like even after we get after the buildings and all that type of shit.
You know, for sure. Damn, that's crazy. So yeah, so y'all relationship deep. So okay, so and not even like putting nothing on and them, but it's like a lot of people be looking at it like, well, I ain't gonna say a lot of people. These probably just fans. These probably niggas ain't never did nothing. Cause I could see the sincerity. I know that it's some. I ain't even ever met them niggas. I could tell like yeah, it's something to them being serious like that, saying what they saying. So it's like that's your understanding of like yeah, they from the trenches. Just serious. Like you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.